just want to go over a few principles. The first one I'm going to start with is the fast break principles. I want the person getting the rebound to bring the ball down the middle of the court. He needs to get the ball to the middle of the court, and we need at least 2 guys filling to the outside lanes. It doesn't help if we have people in the same lane as the basketball. Very hard to make inside lane to inside lane passes or outside lane to outside lane passes. What I want is for the person bringing the ball down the court is to attack the basket until the defense forces you to pass the ball. So if we haven't gotten a fast break layup and aren't running down to the other end to play defense, the transition part of our offense has ended and we haven't gotten a shot off, then we're going to end up something like this with 4 guys on the outside and 1 guy on the inside. From here, the person who got the rebound, brought the ball down, ran the fast break, didn't get the shot, still has the ball in this scenario. The person with the ball at the top is the one that's going to make the decision. The guy in the one in is either going to post up here or call for the ball. Ball handler gives the ball to the inside, which we call red because we're going to go straight to the inside. It's the inside man's job to attack the basket and draw in the defense. So if that read is made and that's the best thing to do, we're just going to go straight to the inside and let the inside guy make the. If we get into our set offense and we can call for the screen and roll. The ball handler still hasn't made a call, but what we're going to do is he can choose to come this way or come this way. But what we want is to shift the basketball to one side of the court or the other. We have 2 here and 2 here, why we call it 22. If we're going to go red, 22 red, that's our signal to get it inside first. We haven't, and at this point, the ball handler hasn't called an offense and is going to pull the defense over to the side. That's going to let us know right away if they're playing man or zone, and we'll be able to figure that out. The offensive player has a few options. He can call for the screen, and we're going to set the screen so that he's going to come off the screen towards the middle. In this example, when the ball handler is calling for the screen, we're going to set the screen right up here, and he's going to attack to his left hand and in this direction towards the basket. Obviously, he's going to read whether he's going to pop or he's going to roll. All of that action, I'm not going to bore you with it. What I really want is this guy here and this guy here. If he's coming this way, these 2 guys need to be moving, not just standing there. We need to be able to, this guy needs to move up and down based off of this movement. And this guy needs to move up, then down based on if he continues to attack. He needs to be an option if the defense stops us here as he's driving, then we have the kick here. If he's able to get past the help defense or whatever this traffic is here, if this guy helps over, he needs to lift up so the pass can go. If his guy comes and he comes down, then he needs to drop down as the ball is dropping down to have that final kick out. As he drives, if he doesn't get this guy, he gets through this traffic, they play this guy. The ball handler still has the option of either attacking the basket and for going all out, trying to draw the 3, but we also have the drift pass over here in the corner if this defender overplays. So we want to, now when we're driving, we have the screener, we have an outlet pass here as we're kicking. If he comes over to help, if he gets through that somehow, doesn't pull up, whatever, continues on, he moves up as he's attacking, moves back down as he gets down here. If those 2 passes and the shot isn't available, we have the drift pass in the corner. That's why we need to have our corner shooters. Okay, we've covered the fast break and we've covered the pick and roll. The point guard is the guy who gets the rebound until he makes the pass. Once he makes the pass, he goes and fills to the appropriate spot. 4 out, 1 in, 22. Okay, so if we're running the screen and roll action because we want to attack early and we want to get the mismatch, whatever the case may be. Let's just say they're playing good defense or we want something to go to. The next option we can go to is to run a motion offense. Okay, so the motion is really simple. If you pass to the corner, you must cut through. So if the ball's here, if we pass it to the corner, okay, the reason why this triangle is here is because the guy on the inside has to have time, since he's not getting the ball, or if he got the ball, he kicked it back out, and the ball ends up into the corner. I want the guy on the inside moving in this triangle direction. Going here, moving to get that post up. So when the guard tosses the ball into the corner, obviously, if the shot is there, we're the running guns. If they're playing this as he's moving down into the post position, the ball goes into the corner, he's moving down aggressively to get into the post. If his man helps to deny the post, we're the running guns. This is a shot. We have the shooters to shoot. Now, when the ball goes into the corner, then this guy has to cut through to clear his man with him. The reason why we want the inside player coming down into the post is so we can kind of get that brush screen. If we catch it here, we don't have the shot, we're in triple threat or whatever, dribbling the ball, and we're going to try to hit this cutter. If we can hit the cutter for the quick, then great. If we can hit the post up, great. If not, what's happening is he's going through, bringing his man with him, bumping this guy. When this guy sees the ball go to the corner and he knows that this spot is being vacated, this guy gets bumped. He comes up here so that this guy can come here into this corner. And the guy who was here already knows the ball went here and he's clearing through. So he must balance the court by getting back over here. So when we go to the corner, we cut through and fill to the opposite corner and bump these guys up one and him over. Same scenario, except instead of passing it to the corner, this maybe the inside isn't open, whatever the case may be, but we decide to dribble it a little bit this way and then pass it, making a good, we don't want that flat pass, obviously, but we're going to make the right angle, whether we have to move up here to pass it, but we're going to pass it to the opposite wing if none of that action looks like it's going to go. So when we pass to the opposite wing, then we have to screen away. Okay? So if the ball goes to the and all of this is whatever side the ball handler decides to go to, or whatever, however it worked out down the court as we were running down and attacking, the ball's going to either, when the ball's up here in the top, fine, we can do what we want. But once we're trying to spread them out, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're trying to slow it down and execute. Then what we need to do is get wide out here outside of the 3-point line. We need to be wide. At LA Fit, we all stand here, but we need to be wide. But what we need to remember is that when we pass the ball to the opposite, to the other side, to the wing, then we must screen opposite. If the pass goes there, then we screen opposite. So then this guy's coming off of a downstream. The ball handler who passed the ball over here is going to take that downstream and then fill to the corner. The guy in the corner is popping up out here. He has the ball. He's watching that action. The inside guy is moving in this triangle, trying to get a good post up. We're obviously looking for the post up, but we have the shot, we can attack, or we could pass the ball to the corner, cut through, looking for all those options I already went over, go to this corner and bump this guy up and this guy across. And lastly, we can call 22 split, 22 split, 22 split, okay? The split action, the ball handler is here. We've gone through some of the other things, whatever the case may be. Now we want to create some movement. We want to make the defense play some defense. The ball handler can yell out, split. You're 22, split. On the split, the opposite wing is going to come to set the down screen, I would really prefer this to be a big 4 or a 5, this to be the shooter, setting the down screen. He comes around and we're looking to get that pass to this guy on the run. We have our guy on the inside moving in that triangle, maybe giving a brush screen here, whatever the case may be, creating that triangle. But when we call 22 split, the opposite side is going to come. You're going to come and set that down screen, and he's going to come up, and we're going to try to make that pass. And then once he makes the pass, he comes down to set the down screen. He's coming up, same thing, just to develop more options to make the defense have to cover the whole court. The guy on the inside, like I said, moving in a triangle. We need to use our triple threat. If we have the shot, take it. But it doesn't mean to always shoot it just because you're open, especially because we really need to look inside and allow the whole offense to work. But that's really simple. We just have to remember that when we pass to the corner, we cut through and bump the guy in the opposite corner up and the guy at the top across. If we pass across, we have to set a screen in the opposite direction, meaning down into the corner. So we're going to stay out here by the 3-point line, my four outside, and my guy on the inside. You're looking to get post ups. You're looking to catch the ball in this area, reverse pivot, and attack immediately. Or because we're not going to have a lot of guys cutting to the basket. That might happen, and you guys all have individual talent. And the guy that's holding the ball here with a reverse pivot might be able to find all that kind of good stuff. One last thing, gentlemen. That was the kind of the set offense, 22, really loose principles, just sticking to spreading the court out, 4 out, one in. The biggest thing, you know, we don't always have to run 22. We can run pick and rolls. We have a lot of guys that have a lot of knowledge on this team, and I've been having individual conversations, and we got a lot of good ideas out there. But the biggest reason why we want it to be 4 out and 1 in is because it clears up a lot of this area when we stay wide. And we've got guys on this team that all can break their guys down and attack the paint, attack the nail. I like to attack this area here to draw the defense in towards me, drawing the defense, and then kicking it to my shooters. Whatever the case may be, I like to drive in, kicking it out. I know that we got some guys that on the team that are really good at that already, but as a general rule, we are a drive and kick team, a run and gun team. We get the ball off the backboard, we fill, and we take the first good shot most of the time that we see, because we have really good shooters. But when that isn't working, we need to have something to fall back on, and that pretty basic stuff that I just gave you is what I want to go with, along with any input you guys have. Thanks for your time.